I asked you on Instagram whether you thought this bracelet was real or fake, and you voted on it. So I am going to walk you through the process of how a gemologist and jewelry appraiser determines whether something is real or fake. I always remind my students that value begins with identification. You can never figure out what something is worth until you figure out what it is. So the first step, you got to figure out what it is you're looking at. So the very first thing that you want to do is look it over with your loupe. And what you're going to look for look on the bands or the clasps when you have bracelets, and look for things like gold marks or stamps. So that's the very first thing. This is all I have to go on. I don't have any gold stamps that tell me if this is 14 karat, 18 karat, whatever. And these stamps are really tough to read. But it looks like the one that's on the right could be a dog's head, and that's a French mark for platinum, even though this is gold. And that one that's on the left could be another partial stamp, but I really can't see what it is. It's possible that it's a rhinoceros head, but a rhinoceros head would be facing left. So I know that the dog's head is a dog's head because it's facing right. That's all I have to go on right now. Now, word to the wise, one of the things that separates a jewelry newbie from a jewelry genius is the ability to understand those gold marks and instantaneously recognize what they are and what they mean. So if you don't have that memorized, it's okay. I have a handy little cheat sheet that I put together that gives you all of the basics all in one place. So all you have to do is, I'm going to leave a link down below this video. So just go put in your email address and it will send it right to your email, and that way you'll have it for future reference. So before I can do anything, I'm going to have to test this. The marks are not helpful, so I have to test it. So I'm just going to put this on my electronic tester real quick, and it looks like I'm getting an 18 karat reading there, and high 14 to low 18 karat there, and another kind of lowish 18 karat reading there. So I know that the gold is 18 karat, but it looks like the top is white. So I'm going to have to test this top too, just to see if this top is platinum or gold. And this is coming up as platinum. So that is very helpful. Now remember, I don't want to just stop testing here, because remember those electronic testers, well, in fact, all tests for gold specifically can give you false positives and can be inaccurate. So you want to continue to test, and you want to have that proven process that will help you. I show you all of that in the course that I do on gold testing and how to buy gold. And that is called the gold standard. So I'm going to leave a link down below in the video description below so that you can take a look at that course and see if that's something that you want to delve into. Now I still have to test these diamonds, so I have it a little dark in here because I'm going to test for fluorescence. Now 25 to about 33 to 35% of diamonds will fluoresce. And as you can see, some of these are fluorescing a lot. These little rose cuts have some fluorescence on them. So I would say about 25% to about a third of these actually are fluorescing. So if the ones that are fluorescing are diamonds, the other ones probably are too. But one of the best things that I learned in gem school, and that is you can't stop testing. So I happen to have my trusty diamond tester, and I am going to test some of these diamonds and hopefully have it show up in a spot where you can actually see it. Diamond, diamond, let me do another one. Diamond, one more. Oops. There we go. I have diamonds. Now, I don't want to give up on those hallmarks, because even though they're not really clear, hallmarks can tell you a lot about when something was made. And if you're trying to figure out the value of something, because that's why we're trying to figure it all out anyway, right? You want to know what it's worth. If you want to know what something's worth, when it was made is going to be a huge determining factor in a lot of that. So that's going to be a critical component. Now, if you don't recognize marks immediately, that's totally fine. Just sit on it for a little while and then go back to it. Now, I kind of suspected that these were French marks just because I have a passing familiarity with French marks. So I had to go look it up. So if you have to go look it up, don't freak out about it. It's totally fine. Most people have to look up foreign marks anyway. So word to the wise, you want something to be French. So it definitely behooves you to try to get at least a passing familiarity with French marks particularly, because that means that the value should increase just because it's French. Maybe especially when it has to do with antique jewelry. So you definitely want at least a passing familiarity with French marks. And I do have a complete resource guide in a video that I'm going to do just for Hallmarks in general. So look out for that. Make sure you hit subscribe and get that bell notification so that you can get that Hallmark guide when that video comes out. Now, here's what I figured out. That mark that looked like it could be a dog's head looks like it actually is a dog's head, and that was used to mark platinum in French jewelry from 1902 on to today. Now, it wasn't very long until I came across some other really interesting information just by looking up French hallmarks. Let me show you what I mean. It looks like between 1910 and 1912, the rhinoceros head took over the mark for platinum in French jewelry. However, very interestingly, between 1940 and 1943, the rhinoceros head accompanied the dog's head mark to mark platinum jewelry in French jewelry. So it's very likely that this bracelet was made between 1940 and 1943. This piece is currently for sale. The price is $58.95, $5,895. And when I did comps and pulled up comparables on this bracelet, other pieces of similar carat weight are selling for $7,500. So it is a very good value at $58.95. If this was a video that you liked and you want to see more videos like this, please write more in the comments below so that way I can get started working on more videos that you want to see. Remember, if this is something that you want more of, please subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you get notified whenever new videos like this come out. I'm Jewelry Nerd, and I will see you in the next video.